Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Fury by Buffalo Boards. Maybe I should call them Buffalo Bags. The bag says Buffalo Bags. I've always called them Buffalo Boards because the website is buffaloboards.com. I've always referred to them as Buffalo Boards, but the bags say Buffalo Bags because they do boards and bags. So I guess if you want to call them Buffalo Bags or Buffalo Boards, I don't know which is the appropriate way, but we'll go with since the bag says it, we'll go with the Fury by Buffalo Bags. Let's go ahead and break down this Fury bag here. And this is a combination of two bags, right? You got the slow side of the Fallout X paired with the slow side of the Ambush. I did a review of the Nomad, which was the slow side of the Deadhead paired with the slow side of the Ambush. So this is similar speed combinations, just a different slow side material. We'll start with the slow side here. This is that popular herringbone carpet. You see a ton of bags have it. A lot of companies are coming out with a bag with this type of material on it. It's the same material, as I mentioned, as the slow side of the Fallout X, if you're familiar with Buffalo. I call it a 5-speed. Normal conditions, it plays on a 5-speed. You can dirty this up, rough this up, slow it down to a 4. If you keep it clean and kind of shave those fuzzies off, you can maybe speed it up, keep it more at a 6-speed. But for most conditions, most people, it's going to be about a 5-speed on that. Fast side, again, this is the slow side of the Ambush. It's the fast side of the Viking, the Pro Advantage. It's a wonderful material. It's fast, but very controllable. It's hole-friendly, super soft. You can still push with it. You can even flip it over and just play exclusively fast side if you need to. So it's a wonderful material. You got a 5, a 7-speed bag. Template-wise, this is, I believe, the standard template for all the Buffalo bags. So if you saw my Fallout X review, or if you haven't, go check it out. But if you saw it, I reviewed, the one I reviewed was last year's bag, the 21-22 stamped Fallout X bag, and that was a little bit larger template, a little bit floppier bag. Since then, I believe Buffalo has automated their production process. I'm pretty sure they have. Hopefully I remember that correctly. And so they've really standardized their bags. So they've got a standard template pretty much across the line, I think, in all of their bags. So if you're familiar with Buffalo, if you've had a 2023 version of their bags, this is the same size template as those. I'm gonna call it a medium template. It's maybe a touch on the smaller side, but we'll call it a medium template. There's still a decent amount of fill in this bag, so you've got some flop, but not a lot. I would call this kind of a bag medium fill, but on the fuller side of that, right? And it's the typical Buffalo fill. It's that flat fill that you get in all the Buffalo bags, so it gives it a really, really nice hand feel to it. Very fluid feel. You get enough fill, you get a good grip on it. The fill really helps the bag land softer, so you don't have a lot of movement, you don't have a lot of balance, which takes some of the kick out, right? This hair material has some kick to it, especially if you've got that tilt one or the other, you're going to get some kick on it. By taking out the bouncy active fill and putting that flat fill in there, you minimize some of that kick, so the bag lands a little softer, runs a little bit straight, a little truer up the board for those of you who don't have a perfectly flat bag. These bags are ACL stamped for 2023. I don't think I mentioned that. These are ACL Pro Stamp bags. Let's go ahead and jump into the playability on these Furies. So this is a bag that's very versatile, right? What makes this herringbone carpet so popular is the versatility of it, what you can do for it. You can go hole for hole. You can just run bags in, hole for hole. The bag plays well. Materials are decently hole friendly. Like this fast side is very hole friendly. I would say this herringbone carpet does have a tendency to hang, depending on how much you slow it down, how rough you get it, how dirty you get it. It will want to hang from time to time. I do think that flat fill it leads to a few more bags hanging. I felt like I had a few bags hanging more than maybe I should have, although they're very collectible. Because they're full bags, they're very collectible, which leads me into the other side of the playability is that you can play a dirty style game with this bag. In fact, I prefer a bag like this to play more of a dirty style game because this material is very controllable, and I can put the blockers wherever on the board. I can place blockers, in any position I need, and then I can come through and need to, and I can collect it, right? You just clip a corner and take them, and they're full enough, they're not going to accordion up, so they become super collectible. You can clip them. Like I said, you can throw cuts with this slow side. You can throw a cut, so if I get aggressive and put a blocker over my opponent's side and they don't collect it, my last bag, I can come cut across, catch it, and take both bags in. In fact, I can just clip the corner and take it in. So they're very collectible, which makes them wonderful playing that dirty style game. And really, to me, this is a great blind draw type bag because this fast side is the slow side of a lot of fast bags. So if you happen to draw a partner who likes to throw the opposite of you, if you're a fast bag thrower and you find a partner who wants to throw a carpet, pull this bag out. You can throw fast side down, which, like I said, is the slow side of a lot of fast bags. You're very comfortable with that, very familiar with that speed. You can handle that. They can flip it over, throw slow side, and they can play their dirty style game or however they want to play it. So it makes it a wonderful blind draw type bag, but it's also a great bag for if you like to mix things up, which I mention this all the time on videos. This 5-speed slow side, very popular slow side for a lot of reasons, but it's because it's so versatile, right? You can run bags in the hole for one round. The next round you can throw a blocker. You can mix it up and keep your opponent off balance. These bags are also, I've talked about time and again, I'm not a great roll bag player, but there's enough fill in this bag. I think this bag would be a great bag to roll, flop. Again, so you can cut it, so you can really shape shots, which really leads to the playability of this bag, and that you can do so much with it. So there's really nothing this bag can't do, and it's one of the reasons why I really love this Fury. In fact, when I did a review of Fallout X, I talked about how that was one of my favorite bags. I love that bag. I've still got that bag. I still take it a lot of times with me. I go to tournaments in my backpack. It's an awesome bag. This Fury may replace that, and the reason for that is, for me, is because the fast side of that Fallout X is that Pro Sniper, Viper, Deadhead fast side, and it's crazy fast, right? It's a 9-speed. It flies up the board. It's great for pushing and collecting, but it's not that controllable. I like the idea of having a controllable material because, maybe I want to kind of sneak around. Maybe I want to bully an opponent. I can flip this bag over. If there's a blocker there, I can go fast side, flip it over, bump into their bag, bully it out of the way, and still take my bag in. Sometimes with that Fallout X, if you're not careful, you'll bump into their bag, bully it, but you'll fly over the hole and still fly off the back, and you can lose the bag, or if maybe the boards are starting to slow down just a touch, and maybe this carpet's just a little slower than what I want, I can flip it over and play fast side and not worry about the bag sliding off. So I like having the control of this slower fast side, and honestly, this 7-speed is plenty fast to push through this 5-speed slow side. So if I got a blocker up there, if I've got a bag as a blocker, I don't need a super fast side to push through it. If I just flip this over, this slow side will be plenty faster to push through. I think this bag may end up placing my Fallout X in my backpack. We'll see. As I throw this more and more in this bag because we're broken, we'll see how I like it. But so far, I tend to lean more towards this Fury. Now, let's jump into availability on this. And Buffalo has really done an awesome job at availability and their designs. When you go on their website right now, they just have a ton of designs available, a ton of styles, a ton of colorways. Right now, they're doing like a build-your-own type bag. I think you can choose the design you want. You can choose the bag model you want. You can pretty much create the design you want on your bags, which is phenomenal. I will say that the one gripe I've had about Buffalo from the beginning is their pricing. They're at the higher end of the pricing. They're not as expensive as a Cornhole Scenario or an Ultra. Like, they're not up to the price of those bags, but they're kind of right in line with, like, say, a BG. You're looking at about $110, $125 for a set of bags. Not unreasonable, right? You're getting a high quality bag. I don't mind paying money for a high quality bag. However, I will tell you this: if you're not that picky about the colors and designs, they run sales all the time. They have discounts. You be patient. I mean, I picked this setup for $85. Buffalo has free shipping right now. I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if that's a standard thing. I feel like it is. I feel like they've always had free shipping, or they haven't always had free shipping, but recently they switched over free shipping for their bags across the board, which is phenomenal. So I got these $85 shipped to me, which is a phenomenal price for this bag. Absolutely love that. So again, if you're not that particular about the design or colorway, check their websites frequently. You'll see that they have a lot of bags on sale, discounted down in a price range you're probably going to want, that you probably were willing to pay for the bags. Which leads me, they do have a website I didn't mention. It's buffaloboards.com. Put a link in the description for that as well. That's where you go to check out their bags. All of their bags are ACL stamped. They've got a good variety, a good lineup. I do recommend checking them out, and I recommend, if you like this herringbone style carpet, definitely check out the Fury. If you're a Fallout X fan, this would be a great option as well to have in case when boards get really fast, you want a little slower version of that. That's what this Fury does. So definitely check out the Fury. It's an awesome bag. It really shocked me, kind of blew me away. It may become my favorite Buffalo bag. We'll see how things go. But I thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.